me like a really clear motivation. That's why State Latin America created this program called Regional Dreams. How many of you have dreams? Let me show of hands. Terrific. And you have dreams and you want to do things, but sometimes you run into blocks. And then you figure, you sit down and you think and you say, well, I'll never be a doctor. I come from a poor family. But I'll never be an architect. My parents are divorced. But I'll never be a teacher. I'm an Hispanic. Well, we want you to know that the color of your skin or your country of origin should not be impediments for you to dream with their families and their teachers, and then the same people that are speaking to you today will be giving you a plaque, and this is going to happen sometime in January. So let me ask you a question. You see, I'm looking at this side, and I see a lot of winners, and I look at this side, and I see a lot more winners, and I want you to help me. I want the three people, the three young men and women that are going to be invited in January for a dinner with their families and their teachers and their friends to receive a plaque. I want you to stand up, please. Well, terrific. Terrific. That's it. All right, thank you. Sit down. This is terrific, and look at all the energy you need. Now, let me tell you something that you're going to like. Regional Dreams started in 1998. In May 27 of 1998. And you know what? This stage here, this school, under the leadership, we've given 80 awards to 80 students just like you. And over 100 speakers have come to speak to our children in 39 presentations. And for that, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Edison School to thank because it gave us. Because the teachers will give you the guidelines of the essays. It cannot be more than 250 words. It cannot be less than 150 words. So pay close attention to what the speakers have to tell you. And I'd like to bring you the first speaker, and I'm so proud of this young man because I met him when he was about your age. When I was taller than he is today, then things changed in life, and suddenly he's taller, better looking, and younger than I am. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big hand to Commissioner Christopher Elizalde.
since then. And my father was taken from the bar, put in the street, and was literally beaten up because he said a word in Spanish. Now, obviously, as I said before, things have changed since then. But never forget the struggle of those who came before you to this country to give you the freedom and the opportunity you have today. Okay? Because it's very easy to go home and watch TV, and when your parents tell you, come here, do your homework, come here, do this, shut up, I don't want to hear it. Guys, I'm only 31 years old. I wasn't there a long time ago. Every once in a while, I do the same thing to my mother, and then I forget it, and I say, I need money because this is my mother. Okay? She's giving me everything I have today. And so it's important to remember the struggle of those who came before you. My mother was a dancer in Cuba. She was famous. She used to go to Japan. She traveled the world. She danced in a place called Tropicana in Cuba, which is a famous place. My mother was gorgeous. She's still gorgeous, but she was a lot more gorgeous back then. I had hair back then. I was maybe cute. I don't know. Anyway, my mom was gorgeous. And she traveled the world. And at the age of 19, she left Cuba because she didn't agree with the ideals of the Cuban government. And she came to the United States looking for freedom. My mother had 12 brothers and sisters. And she left by herself in the search for freedom. So she goes to the office, right? She walks into the office, the immigration office in Cuba. She puts her bag down. And the guy goes to her, where are you going? I'm going to the United States. Why? She says, I have a show. I have to go dance in New York. And the guy says, how do I know that you're not going to come back? How do I know that you're not going to come back to Cuba? How do I know you're not going to stay in the United States? She goes, bueno, yo tengo todos mis hermanos aquí. Tengo a mi mamá y mi papá. ¿Y qué tengo que llevar allá en los Estados Unidos con todo ese frío? Tengo una maletita aquí. And I have all my belongings. All her belongings were in Cuba. So she said, I'm definitely coming back. I'm not going to leave all my family members. I'm not going to leave all my friends and all my belongings here in Cuba. I have nothing to do in the United States. I don't want to lose my daughter. So the guy says, okay, he stamps the passport as she leaves. She never returned. 19 years old in this country, without knowing English, without having an education, by herself. And eventually she met my dad, and they hooked up. I don't ask them what they did, they just hooked up, right? And eventually they had me. And they worked very hard. Unfortunately, my father lost everything, lost the business. And we found ourselves in very difficult economic times. There was a point in my life when I used to have to go out, and my father would, I would have my girlfriend come over, I was like in 8th grade, and my father had lost the business, and we were doing very, very terrible. I mean, we were having a hard time. My mother went, I was out in the factory, and my father was out looking for work. And my dad would literally come in with bags of pennies in front of my girlfriend, which used to bother me very much. And he'd say, Chris, help me count the pennies so we can change them, so we can have some food for the grocery. And I was like, Dad, can I speak to you in the other room? My father goes, Niño, ¿qué pasó? I said, Dad, that's my girlfriend. And he goes, I know that's your girlfriend, Chris. And I go, Dad, you're asking me to count pennies in front of my girlfriend? And he goes, you're right, I shouldn't do that. So he walks back outside and goes, do you mind how many Chris doesn't want to count the pennies by himself? Parents. So we counted the pennies together. Eventually she broke up with me. You wonder why? We counted the pennies together, took them to the bank, changed the money, and we lived day to day. We had nothing. But the one thing that my parents gave me, and I can never take that from them, whenever I got home from school, I wanted to watch the show, TV. I used to watch the show called Three's Company. You guys are young, you know what I love that show. I used to come home and want to watch Three's Company, and I'd put on the TV and try to sneak a peek, and my mother would say, Niño, put this up there. Oh my God, here we go. there was one critical thing that my mother did. When I got home from school, the only thing I was allowed to do was take my book bag off and put it on the table and do my homework. It doesn't matter if you're an A student or a B student. So long as you get home every day and try your best to sit down and do your homework, you are going to succeed. Keep in mind that every year of your life that you develop, there's people that are left behind. Okay? I remember that my college counselor told me one day when I first got to Rutgers University. He said, look to your left. Don't look to my left. He goes, look to your right. I look to my right. You saw two people sitting beside you. Out of all three of you, two of you will not be here by the time you graduate. And I said, oh my God. My heart. I said, I have to graduate. This can't happen. I don't care if this guy goes out of this guy. I got to graduate. You know? But keep in mind that you know what? When I graduated, the person that was sitting on my left and the person that was sitting on my right were no longer there. And all of you in this room are going to make it. And the reason you're going to make it is because after today, after this program, we have wonderful speakers that are about to address it. Always keep in mind that it's not easy for everyone. Everyone has a hard time trying to make it in life. You fail. Failure is part of the plan. When I was in Rutgers, and I was in my junior year at Rutgers, I was behind my credits, okay? That means that I was going to take a longer time than anticipated to graduate. And I was told that my father had cancer. My father had gotten colon cancer, and it's my brother, my mother, myself, and my father. My brother's 3 years younger than I was. And my brother had just started college. And I was in my 3rd year of college. And the doctor told me, son, your father's going to die in a year. You have to prepare for the worst. And I had to make a critical decision at that time. I had a year to graduate from Rutgers. Either I keep working hard and I take extra credits and I graduate faster, or I drop out of school and get a job. And it was a very difficult decision for me, because my mom was working in a factory and we weren't going to be able to make ends meet. What I decided to do was stay in school. I took 18 credits one semester, 18 credits another semester, which is 6 classes. The normal amount of classes you take in college is 5 at a time. And my last semester I took 21 credits, which is 7 classes. On top of that, I was working full-time on the weekends, 10 hours a day, so that I could help my mother with the rent. And at no time, boys and girls, did the word quit come to my mind. I won. And now I'm on a mission. You guys, there's only one thing that keeps me going, because the job of a commissioner is not an easy job. Many times I get home at 1 o'clock in the morning, and I get up at 6 in the morning. So I have very little sleep, maybe 5 hours, 6 hours, the most I get is 7 hours, and that's on Saturday. It's a very difficult job, but the only thing that keeps me going is you guys. Because I want to make sure that's an example for all of you to follow. You are the future of our city and of our nation. And if there is anything that you take with you today, I want you guys to know that there are going to be many times when we cry, but for every time you cry, there'll be a time that you laugh. For every time you fail, there'll be a time you succeed. And never, ever, ever let anyone look you in the eyes and tell you you can't do something. And if they ever do it, look them back in the face and say, yes, I can. God bless you. Good luck.
Here, very hard commissioner. Let's put our hands together. Very hard commissioner. I'm sure that those of you are taking many notes, knowing the one that the commissioner said, I have to graduate. I have to graduate. He also said it's not easy for everyone. He also said, at no time the word quit came to my mind. He persisted and persisted. Perseverance is a terrific way to keep on doing things and persisting that I met recently. And you know what? I called her, I invited her to talk to you today, and before I finished inviting her to talk to you, she accepted. This lady is the community relation of the St. Mary's Hospital in Hawaii. Her name is Mirta Cairo. Let's give Mirta Cairo a big hand.
Thank you. I always believe that every child deserves a good education, and the Union City Board of Education is making sure that you receive one. I certainly feel very privileged to be here today and be given the opportunity to share with you some of my life experiences. Unlike Chrissy Rizal, I could be his mother, by the way. I'm not as young as she said, but thank you, John, anyway. I feel that I'm one of those pioneers that Chris talked about. I came to this country from Cuba with my parents when I was 13 years old. They were in their 50s. They didn't speak the language, and of course, during those early years, it was very hard and difficult to make a life in this foreign country. I had to become the head of the family at the time. Imagine 13 years old and having to learn the language quickly to be able to translate for my parents, help them to go around and get jobs, and help them with my sister who was younger, and with the 3 nieces and nephews they brought from Cuba. So we had a large family at the time, very little resources, a lot of dreams, a lot of hopes, but we also had to think about our families that were left behind, and we had to help them bring them over. So yes, I consider myself a pioneer, but also I consider myself part of that movement that happened later on. I was a girl, Hispanic, and I have to really try hard to make it here. Let me tell you something, along the way, we met a lot of good friends, and that's why later in life I became involved in community service. People, strangers that we met, gave us a hand, and opened probably the first door for us to be able to work and make a life in this great country that we choose as our home. I'm proud to be an American citizen now. I'm proud to be of Cuban heritage. And most of all, I'm proud to live in Union City. We came here struggle, not only to make a better living, but just to have a job. And when you have the opportunity of an education, all the doors that are very difficult for other people are open for you. You are already winners. You are here. You have the great opportunity to listen to your professors and your teachers. And by the way, I think that's one of the best professions there is. School teachers. They give of themselves, they help you, they tutor you and mentor you, they prepare you for the life outside in the real business world. And that way, it will only be today. Tomorrow you have a new day and a new opportunity. As a Hispanic, let me tell you, when I first came here, people used to laugh the way I spoke English. I think that's still good, by the way. I always say that I've never been able to get rid of my Ricky Ricardo accent, but that's okay. I feel proud about that. People will tell, by the way, that I come from another land. And they have difficulty trying to find out from where. I feel I'm international. I love Puerto Rico, Santo Domingo. I travel to Colombia, Mexico, Spain, many countries in my life because I believe also that traveling is a great. I'm a member of the Cuban American Woman, and I'm also a member of the Mujeres Haitianas, which is an association that keeps the dream of Jose Marti alive. And every year we make sure that children such as you get the message from Jose Marti. He was one of the great men of this past century and will always be a great man. At the time when people really didn't know about war, about Cuba, about studies, he wrote everything you can to read. I believe reading is the key to success. Anything you read will teach you to your professors, to your teachers. They have things they want to tell you about themselves, but they are trained to help you learn what you need to learn. And can you imagine 13 years old coming to this country, finding a job, helping your family find jobs, and helping them put food on our table? Back then, in those years, the most important thing for us was food. Never mind clothing, cars. Food was the thing we had to buy for the kids, and we had to make sure that the younger ones in our family went to school and did what they had to do.
Mrs. Tyler says something very interesting. She says that teaching is a great profession. Now I'm going to ask you, and you're going to answer by applauding. How do you feel about your teachers? Do you think teachers do have an easy job? Well, let me tell you about teachers. I want you to use your imagination and think of this. There are 25 students in a room. It is for all the teachers. Very good. Sit down and let me tell you, teacher, being a teacher is a great profession. Thank you, Victor, for inspiring me to say that because it's important. Now, the next speaker is a young lad. He's a sergeant in the United States Army. So let's properly salute
sienten bien? ¿Sí? Okay, vamos a hacerlo como dicen en el army. Let's do it when we're in the army. When I say, how you feel good, you say, who? Do you feel good? I can feel it. Do you feel good? Do you feel good? Let's do it again. Do you all feel good? Let me tell you something about myself real quick. My name is Sergeant Emilio, and I'm originally from Puerto Rico. Carolina, Puerto Rico. Now, believe it or not, I was pretty much went through the same stages like everybody here. Same stage you guys went through. Me personally, I didn't like school. I didn't like school at all. Why should I be in school? The school don't pay me no money. Why should I be here? Okay? I need money, so I got to get myself. Which back then they don't have the tin food, the food clothes. That's what I needed. But back then it's different brands, Hummer, Yankees, and stuff like that. But guess what? My mother was always on top of me. Stay in school, stay in school, stay in school. Well, me, I didn't want to listen. Hopefully, you guys are listening to these student parents. And I was getting in trouble. Well, I got kicked out of school in 5th grade. I got kicked out of another school in 6th grade. I got kicked out of another school in 7th grade. My mom finally said, you go to the military academy. Sent me to the military academy. Guess what? 6 months later, kicked out of the military academy. No good. So, what they did, this is what happened to me. I went to the public school also, and I started kind of realizing because my mom was crying a lot due to me being so irresponsible. I still like okay, let's go ahead and play around with my boy and my friend. So finally I went to this advanced program that you can actually finish like 1 year school, 2 years of school in 1 year. So in 6 months I finished 1 full year school. This is for my 10, 11, and 12th grade. And this program was like that, it was very intense. It was Monday through Sunday. So I said, look, I'm gonna go to this program because my mom don't understand me. She don't feel me. She don't know where I'm coming from. My mom's not cool. Daddy's not cool. They don't know what I'm talking about. They don't know no better. This is a new world. It's tough. Okay? So guess what? I want to do that. And during that time, my dreams, I always dreamed when I was a kid and I had a G.I. Joe, a different one than the one you guys got today. I said I want to be in the army. So I want to see my back when I was like 16 years old. And I told my recruiter, what I need to do to join the army. He said, you need to graduate high school. I said, did I need to graduate what? High school. No, but hold on. I seen in movies, so I seen people say that if you still go to jail, they send you to the army. Not anymore. You need a high school diploma. I said, now if I get a GED, no good. You might get to the army, requesting an exception to the policy, and if you lucky get selected, you might get to go to the army, but it's no guarantee. You must stay in school, get your high school diploma. So I said, okay. I went back, stayed in school, graduated high school. Finally, got my diploma. I went to see my recruiter. I said, okay, I'm ready to go to the army. This is my diploma. When I went to see him, he said, okay, first of all, you got to take a test to join the army. Okay, no problem. You know why he forgot to tell me the first time? The test was in English. So I didn't speak any English. So when I took the test, I failed the test. I had to wait 30 days to take the test again. So I went ahead and read this book, English and whatever they have back then, right? And I tried to learn some English in 30 days. When did I get to the test? I failed the test. One more time. So this is what happened. At 17 years old, I just had a little bit of money because I was working with my dad. And even though I wasn't into a very poor background in my family, but I had a little bit of money, so I said, you know what, this is what I'm going to do. I got like $300 on me. I'm going to buy a plane ticket, and I'm going to go to that World of Opportunity, New York. So I bought a plane ticket. After the plane ticket, I had $150 in my pocket. I pulled a can of Chef Boyardee, spaghettis,
In the bag, I put 2 of those, I put 2 jeans, 2 shirts. I jump on a plane and arrive at the airport. Okay? When I got there, I just sit down because I didn't know where to go. I had no family here, didn't speak the language, I know nobody. So when I go out there and somebody says, hey, do you want to rent a car? I say, yes, I want to rent a car. I have a license for it. They say, no problem, where you going? I say, I just want to go somewhere that they give me a job, I can learn English. Say, no problem, jump in. I say, hold on, I want to rent a car. Say, no, this is taxi, rent a car. You're going to take you to Brooklyn or whatever you want to go to. So the guy charged me $50. Anyway, make a long story short, he dropped me off in Queens. I was in Queens, trying to find myself a job, I found a job. During that time, it was tough for me. Even though you see me here in my nice uniform and everything, listen, I slept in parks, I slept in trains, I slept in shelters, because I had nobody that I knew over here to take care of me. And I had $150 in my pocket. And I went through a rough time during that time, trying to learn some English too, but guess what? After a month, I couldn't take it no more. So I went back to Puerto Rico. After I went to Puerto Rico, I saved some more money, and I said, I can't give up. How can I just did a month without even trying hard? Because one thing that you guys gotta remember in life, anytime you confront an obstacle in front of you, don't look at it as an obstacle. Look at it as a challenge. Because no one ever is going to do nothing for you but yourself. You will receive the support from friends, you receive the result, the support from people around you. But if you really don't want to do it, you will never do it. You have to do that for yourself. So I say to someone, get back to the United States. Get back to the United States by getting out of plan properly. I have somebody, a friend of his family in Long Island. I went to Long Island. I moved to Long Island. When I was there, I was a taxi driver. I work in the carnival. I work in Panama, Burger King, McDonald's. I work in factories everywhere. I saved some money. I went back to Puerto Rico and got married. Been married for 16 years now. Same age from high school. Okay? After that, took the Army test again. Because by then, I thought I knew English. And you guys, some of these guys, but I still don't know that much English. Okay? But still, I tried. Okay? Took the test again. What happened? I failed again for the third time. Oh my Lord, believe me, I was frustrated. I've been here for a year and a half, I can't pass a test. Something's going on here. Someone don't want me in the Army. But guess what? That was a challenge for me. So once again, I bought a book, another book, Inglés sin Barreras. No, I went a different book. I said, that wasn't coming back then. So I went to the book and you take the test in the Army. I studied that book, went to Puerto Rico again with my family, and when I was in Puerto Rico, I took the test again. And guess what? I failed again. Okay? But guess what? I was so lucky that the United States Army has developed this program for people that English is a second language. They let you in with an exception to the policy, providing you score at least 6 or 5 points below what the normal score is, knowing that we don't speak the language that well. So when I recruiter called me and said, you know what, you failed the test, but let me see if I can put you under this policy. So we got this new program. And guess what? I got put in. Back in 1989, I joined the United States Army. And it was tough because there was a school. The United States Army has a school to teach you how to speak English. It's an intense course. And I didn't want to do that because I was already married. I had 6 kids. The longer I would go to training, the longer I'd be away from my family. So guess what? I said, no, I'm going to go ahead and pass this test. Because the test was easy. The test was like cat, dog, ball, plane. That was the stuff that I knew. So I passed the test. I went in to the United States Army and it was rough, believe me. It was so rough because the drill sergeant, the people you see in TV, they don't care at the moment if you speak English or you don't speak English. this time frame, October, September, October time frame, and the bird found himself a little bird girlfriend. The thing about it was, the bird was the one from the street. He's the one hanging around the trees you see around here. Now the little bird girlfriend is in the house, all nice and warm. So the little bird from the street, he always go to the windowsill and sing to her and everything. Guess what? December start coming, cold weather start coming. All the bird's friends say, hey, let's go. We gotta go down south, Florida. You know the deal. Every year, he say, no, I'm staying here. I'm staying here. Why? I'm staying here. I don't want to go. I like it here. Okay? So all the birds left. Around January time frame, the bird said, I can't take the cold no more. I'm going down to Florida. So he started flying south. When he started flying south, around South Jersey, his wing froze. So he hit the ground. When he hit the ground, he was almost dying, freezing and cold. Then this cow was walking around, and the cow see the bird right there almost dying, and the cow went ahead and kicked some hay on top of the bird. And the hay got on the bird's eyes and the mouth, so the bird started complaining. What are you doing? So, but he was dying, he couldn't do much. So the cow continued to put hay in it, on top of the bird. The cow left. Later on, when the bird felt better, the bird started feeling warm, ready to go. He started complaining. Oh, man, look at this guy, what he did to me. He put hay in my eyes, in my mouth. Look at it. And then he started complaining and complaining. A cat was walking around. A cat heard the bird complaining. So what the cat did is start digging into the hay, see the bird, and he ate the bird. Now, let's think about this real quick. Let's think about what I'm trying to say here. The bird was complaining because the cow put hay on top of it, because it covered it with like dirt or whatever. What the cow was doing is trying to keep it warm so he can survive. The bird did not appreciate that. On the other hand, when the cat went there and took the hay on top of him, he thanked the cat, but the cat killed him. The cat ate him, right? Put yourself in a live position. Those teachers that you see out here, your parents, those are the cows. The one that you feel that is actually throwing hay on top of you, the one that you feel that they just don't understand how you feel, those are the cows. Now, on the other hand, those friends of yours that might never finish high school, they want to say, oh, skip homework. Let's go class, let's do this, let's go party. That's what you have. So to remember, everyone that put a load on top of you is not necessarily your enemy. And everyone that take you out of those problems is not necessarily your friend. Stay in school, do the best, and you will succeed. Thank you very much.
Okay, let's hear it for Sergeant Andino. Luis Lopez, he would not speak to you today, but he's going to be invited to talk to you. As a matter of fact, I understand, Sergeant Lopez, that you are in charge of the schools in the Union City. So you're going to be invited. As a matter of fact, I think I will invite you for next week. I will be calling on you. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what? Our lives is filled with a lot of cats. And we have to have a lot of common sense to make sure that we don't make a lot of noise and attract their attention. We complain a lot. We complain that we are Hispanic. We complain that we are poor. We complain that we come from divorced parents. We complain that we come from dysfunctional families. We complain and complain and complain, and the cats are looking at us and they begin giving us advice until they put us in positions. Don't forget, we started the program by saying that you were leaders, and you are leaders. You have it within you, but you know what? You need another ingredient. The ingredient that Sergeant Andino didn't have. And he was a member of the United States Army. And he was a leader, but he cannot perform. He was lacking what? He was lacking what I heard. He was lacking education. The academic education that you get in here. And that's why he could not move up in the United States Army ranks. Once he went to college, then things change. And that's why we're so much interested in you, because we want your lives to change for the best. And it's not about complaining. It's not about complaining that you have too much homework. It's not about complaining about the other things we spoke about before. It's about working very hard, studying hard, and graduating school. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I will open the floor for questions. I'm sure that you have been making a lot of mental notes, and I'm sure that you have a lot of questions. And the first question comes from my left or from my side or from my right hand. What's the first question? All right, let me see a young lady over here. You want to ask a question? No, you over here. You want to ask a question? Huh? Not decided yet. You was okay. Who wants to ask a question over here? Yeah, he wants to ask a question. You have a question? Let's give Don a big hand. All right.
What school did you go to?
Commission. Commissioner Dan wants to know what school did you go to?
I went to kindergarten in Roosevelt. Then I went to, all right, listen, I don't want to hear any booze or anything, all right? My mother sent me to St. Augustine. Well, cool. And then I went to St. Joe's. And my brother went to Union Hill because we ran out of money and we went to Union Hill, so.
Very good. Another question. Do I have a question? State your name and address the question.
Did any of you actually go to Edison School?
Very good question. None of you went to Edison High School. Edison School. Let's move then. That's right. We're not coming to. They should have come to Edison School. Okay, another question. A question over here. You have a question? Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you made your mental notes. Your teachers are going to be inviting you to write the essays. And don't forget, comes January, 3 of you will be invited to dinner with your teachers and your families. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank your principal. Let's give a big hand to your principal, Mr. Frank DeRito. You've been a wonderful audience, and let me leave you with a thought. You are very young. However, you and nobody else but you is responsible for your lives. It's not about complaining about the government or the other things that we mentioned before. You are the only one for nobody could get into your brain to think for you. So, as you think, that's how your life will develop. And you know what? I think you've seen enough examples here today of what it is that will happen to you when you develop, when you commit yourself to succeed, beginning with your education. Thank you. You've been a wonderful audience. God bless you all.